Well, ladies and gentlemen, the CONCACAF Champions League semifinals is finally here. So this time, it's just 4 games. So I decided to do something a little different. I decided to switch it up. Something that I probably should have done when the semifinals were like a month between the first leg and the second leg. So in this case, I'm gonna do a little switcheroo revamped uh, little series. CONCACAF Champions League this week. Very good and iconic and very original name. So, hey, let's just get started with the first leg of the Champions League, which was Cruz Azul against Pumas. Now, let's get some context. Cruz Azul coming off of, I mean, I guess thrashing, but I mean Montreal did score in home, and it was literally like the last minute. But coming off a win against Montreal, and for Pumas, they were coming off a Cinderella story. I mean, New England Revolution. I mean, I would even go as far to say as Pumas literally defunct the whole club. I mean, have you seen the Revolution now? They are just god awful in the league sport right now. But hey, it's okay. Revolution, I don't care. I would say like 2 people who are like watching this video are Revolution fans, but yeah, we move. So, anyways, let's just get started. Quarterfinals, it was all right. This, let's see. All right, we got a whole MLS side and a whole Liga MX side. Let's talk about the Mexican side. Like I said, it was Pumas against Cruz Azul. Now Pumas, we're kind of struggling, to be honest, in the beginning half an hour, I would say, of the game. They kept on making so many just terrible giveaways. Once they would get the ball, it would just be given away to a Cruz Azul player. But all of that does change, as in the 20th minute, I would say, it has Sebastian Juardo, the goalkeeper for Cruz Azul. He mispunches the ball, and then it's a sloppy panic from Cruz Azul. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, Alvarez should have just scored and made it 1-0 for Pumas, but unfortunately he doesn't. It's kicked away from Cruz Azul, and it was just a panic. It was like the panic of 1819. I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, 37th minute, Juan Dinero, he scores again from yet another scrambling defensive work from Cruz Azul. I mean, it was alright, but there were times where it was just pretty shaky. And this one was a good example. And another good example was Aguilar. As Aguilar, I mean, a couple times he slipped. The first time he slipped really cost his team, as Juan Dinero scores in the 47th minute, the second minute of stoppage time in the first half. And, I mean, it proved costly. I mean, he was right there in front of Dinero, and he slips, and then Dinero was just wide open, and he just pummels it in with his head, the little header in. I mean, there's nothing that Cruz Azul can do. I mean, you gotta feel bad for the Cruz Azul goalkeeper. But anyways, after this, the second half, it was a lot better from Cruz Azul. They kept on pressing forward. Pumas, they did have some chances, but it was mostly Cruz Azul. But unfortunately, for Pumas, it wouldn't be until the 83rd minute from Tabo to score. Excellent play, I would say. I mean, good assist, good. It was good. I mean, Talavera, I mean, he was good tonight, but unfortunately, he let that off the hook, and that could be a vital away goal for Cruz Azul, because this was in the not stadium that is not on the Azteca. Yeah. So, yeah, it could be a really vital away goal, because if Cruz Azul just score in the next game, then they're already through. So it's gonna be. I don't want to see quite a mountain for Pumas, but it's gonna be a challenge. They just need to score maybe one goal, but to maybe safe and sound 2 goals. But that's kind of hard, assuming how this is the Azteca. So yeah, Cruz Azul. I mean, yeah, it's all right. They probably should have had 2 goals before the game ended. It is what it is. They do have an away goal, so maybe that's gonna be helpful for them. So yeah. Anyways, it is Pumas that wins the game 2-1. Uh, Pretty fun game, I would say. It wasn't like a game where they sit back and test out the waters quite a bit and see how they work, the other opponents work. But this one, they just went for it. They just kept on pressing for it. One player would hit a little jab, the next would just hit an uppercut. So, hey, fun game. It wasn't very boring from what I remember. So, I give this a B plus. Uh, Listen, it's good. Okay, my day's been very, very, very sad. Man, I just hate how I can't do that. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna take the microphone to tomorrow, Jason, as he gets NYCFC visiting the Seattle Sounders. That's pretty interesting. I don't know how that could go, but yeah. Just take it away, Jason. Thank you, Jason. Now let's just get started with the MLS side of the semifinal, which was the Seattle Sounders against NYCFC. Now this game, NYCFC were kind of poor. This was an NYCFC team that was going without Maxime Morales and Maxine Chanel. And by the looks of this game, I could tell you that they really missed those two, especially Maxime Morales. Anyways, let's just begin with the game. Albert Rusnak, he gets his first goal finally, and I like the goal. Okay, it was gonna be inevitable for him to score a brilliant goal, and that's what the Seattle Sounders did in the 16th minute. They just cut it and sliced through that defense from the defense from NYCFC. Like I said, they really missed Maxine Chanel. But anyways, NYCFC would get a fast response, and about 11 minutes later from Andrade. It's a little scramble, a little mini scramble, I would say, a little mini scramble. He gets it into the nets. Stephen Fry does a little. He's unable to keep it, but 34th minutes. Christian Roldan. It's not just him. The Roldan brothers, the Roldan brothers. They were brilliant. Okay, I don't know. It's just the Seattle Sounders just outplayed NYCFC. NYCFC were struggling. I mean, Castellanos. I mean, if he wanted to get that golden boot, he was going to have a brilliant night. I mean, he really didn't. Okay. He was more of a provider today, more than a scorer. But anyways, like I said before, I went on some different rambling. 34th minute, Roldan, great pass to Morris, and he just pulls the trigger, and I mean, Sean Johnson, I don't think he was never gonna save that. He just it's in the top corner. I mean, Jordan Morris, listen, I'm kind of too lenient on him. Sometimes when I see him in like the U.S. men's national team, I kind of like question myself. But this one, good goal. Okay, something we don't see from him in the national team. But anyways, basically second half, it's underway. NYCFC, they had chances and they took them from Andrade. But when the second half started, I mean, I really can't remember a chance that they created that was actually just dangerous. Meanwhile, the Sounders did it. Anyways, and then in the 68th minute, when it looked like it was going to be another Seattle Sounder chance, it's taken to VAR. VAR, they're up in their skies over there. They're like,
"Hey, referee, check it out."
Referee all of a sudden checks it out. It's just a click from a little quick decision the referee looks at it and he gives a penalty in a shocking manner. And NYCFC, yeah, it just looked like they were in the ropes now. And Ladero, he takes it, puts it in, goes to the other way of Sean Johnson. And I mean, that was basically it. I mean, the Sounders, I would say, could have had more, I would say. The NYCFC, they just, I mean, once that third goal went in, they just looked like themselves back in Guatemala City. They were scrambling, they were panicking. I mean, it was basically just the same of what I said about them last round, is that they didn't really calm down. I mean, there are some players that don't have CONCACAF experience, so they didn't really know what to react, and they panicked and they scrambled. They didn't really calm down and focused. But yeah, that was basically it. Seattle Sounders, they carry the tie 3-1, and they'll take it to New Jersey. I would say New York, but they're playing at the Red Bull Arena. Come on, bro. NYCFC. If you get an actual stadium, maybe then I'll say you're the favorites. Anyways, it should be interesting in the second leg. Maybe Nuhu's gonna come back. He was gone because of yellow card accumulation, and maybe the Sounders can just sit back because they have the 2-goal lead. For NYCFC, I mean, Morales might come back. The other guy, Maxine. So yeah, maybe that could help them. But they're gonna need a special night in New Jersey at the rival stadium if they want to move on to the final. So yeah, man. So anyways, like I said, Seattle Sounders, they win 3-1, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this week's coverage of the CONCACAF Champions League, guys. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. If you don't like and subscribe, you're gonna end up like NYCFC. That's gonna be it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.